It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is three professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm your host, Josh. I'm joined by Caleb.
Hi.
And Gabe.
Hi.
We're here to answer your questions. We take listener questions. We answer them.
Can we do it again?
Why? Why do we need to do the intro again?
I thought it was
Caleb?
good. Yeah.
I think we should just do it again.
You think we should do it again?
Yeah.
Is there something missing that you are going to add
I had
this
an
time?
idea.
Or?
I had an idea.
Okay.
All right.
We'll do it again.
That's fine.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm your host, Josh. I'm joined by Caleb. And Gabe.
Hi. Caleb.
What happened, Caleb?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
That sounded bad.
It sounded like you fell off of something in a movie from 80 years ago.
I'm fine, but I am going to sue so I can,
Oh, okay. So Josh is going to get sued.
Oh, watch out, dude. I'm
You're
going to
gonna-
take a big out of your finances.
That's good.
And that's
good.
just round one.
Josh is gonna
ready
have to talk to his dog's lawyer about this. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should be
Yeah,
lawyered
maybe
up.
I can finally get in good with my dog's lawyer to
Oh.
defend me from my brother's litigations.
Do dogs keep lawyers on retainer or on a leash?
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Do dentists keep
Sorry, do dentists?
lawyers on a retainer?
Yeah.
Right.
think
Or is
they
it
do.
Invisalign?
They do.
something.
They're different now. They put them in your mouth like they're installed.
Yeah.
They're not ones you take out though.
Right. They're just in there.
Yeah.
If they're still on a
A
retainer.
lawyer moves in next door to your tongue.
Yes.
Yeah. We've got a lot to get to today, so
Yeah.
we should just get right into it. We've
Right.
got a question from a listener, and here comes the dog.
And she
Oh my
wants
goodness.
she heard about litigation and
dog.
those dog ears.
She is Pavlov is at work.
Yeah.
She is drooling.
I wish this
drooling.
dog could disappear,
That
or,
seems
or
like-
at least run away.
That is really fun. What is that you're playing with there, Caleb?
It's a little soundboard I made.
A soundboard on your phone.
Yeah,
That's cool.
You made it.
I made it. Yeah, I mean I didn't make the sounds.
Right.
Right.
This might be a problem.
Yeah.
So could you put any sounds in there?
I could put any sounds. In.
Okay. So hold on. So one thing I was wondering is there do you have anything that you could use for when somebody touches something hot?
I mean I could use this one.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's fine. It doesn't denote like hot.
But I mean that could be
yeah.
somebody touching something sharp. That could
Yeah.
be, it doesn't have the same.
That's true.
Somebody getting shot.
Someone getting shot.
Yeah.
The best I can do for that is this. It's more of the emotional
Yeah.
response.
Yeah.
to
that's
being
kind
shot.
of the
Or maybe even just somebody seeing. Maybe that could be an observer watching somebody they love get shot.
So when they love get shot, and then the person they love
Yeah.
shoots back
okay.
and hits
there
the
go-
person
they
they
go,
shot.
"Oh, nice.
nice,
Good."
great. That's awesome,
That's fun.
fantastic.
But if you did need something for somebody touching something hot, it could be like hot, 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 hot.
yes,
Something like
that's
that.
great. We should do that.
Okay.
We could record some of these and we could add them to your soundboard. Any
I'd
sound
love it.
effects that
Any sound effects you have.
that
I have
we have.
one that's called glop, and that's this
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
that's very
That's-
gloppy.
It does evoke glop.
Yeah.
Certainly. And what about like a siren? Do you have a good siren?
This.
Okay, that's pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, no, I think we can do better.
Yeah.
I think we could beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. A siren would be good. Or but when you're going fast and let's say you're going fast. Oh my gosh, I gotta turn my thing.
Wow.
But say you're going fast, you go fast, and then the siren's going. Okay.
Alert.
Yeah,
And then they get there, they gotta slow down,
Okay.
yeah.
and then they see that the person's already dead.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought
But then the coroner shows up and it's and he's like,
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
In the money.
Another dead body.
Yeah, can't wait to see what happened to this one.
Yeah.
Yep. Coroners love getting to keep their jobs.
Job security, baby.
Yeah.
People keep dying, and I just keep making money.
Oh, baby.
So, guys, the question today comes, unless we needed to do a siren effect so you could have an actual siren effect.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's like the wind. That's like the wind being a
What
siren.
are you talking about? That's pretty good.
What's the British? What's the the
One of those.
Yeah, what is our siren? I can't even think of it.
I was doing it earlier, but now I forgot.
yeah.
What?
That's like
You need to-
police.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
don't worry, everything's fine.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do another one.
I know
yeah,
that
well-
those were convincing.
Very convincing if you're if you're driving in your car.
You're
Right.
what the
Hold on
heck?
a second.
Oh my gosh.
Did I transport to the UK?
Yeah.
Did someone just get hit by an arrow?
Right.
Yeah. That was a siren.
Was it a cat? Oh, I was wondering if
That was a cat.
cat ambulance is here.
The cat got shot. That's the sound of a
So then-
cat ambulance.
A cat ambulance shows up. It's all cats
Yep.
doing the work.
Doing the hard work of saving lives,
Yes.
9 lives.
9 lives. Yeah,
And-
cat corners love it.
and
They're,
if
they're really in the business.
Well, cats have to work through their 9 lives for the coroner to make any
Oh,
money,
that's
so.
true. That is kind of a bummer for them then.
Yep.
do you need a mouse sound effect?
That's good. That's a mouse who doesn't know what they're supposed to say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Just figuring things out.
Yeah, yeah. I understand.
Skeek, skeek.
Yeah.
Let's address this question from longtime listener collaborator Joy. I wanted to mention before we get into the question itself that we recently did a question from Stephen, Joy's husband. When Joy listened to the episode, her comment to Stephen was that they are much nicer to you than they are to me.
Wow.
So I just wanted us to bear that in mind
Yeah.
as we deal with Joy's question. Maybe we should be really nice to Joy. If that's I'm only ever grateful for everything that Joy sends in. So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
so the idea that she would come away with the sense that we're being mean to her
Yeah.
and nice to Stephen.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
guess
I
it's not very nice to give you really good answers on questions that you have. I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
that's not very nice.
Well, there's just not as much to kind of like be mean to Stephen about.
You don't think there's as much.
There wasn't
Yeah.
in his anecdote. In
We-
my
we-
opinion. I don't know. Maybe I am just like subconsciously like he's a man.
I mean, we
gotta side with the man.
Oh,
but
interesting.
I don't
mean,
feel like that, but
if you'll for new listeners, the Stevens episode was about cleanliness and
Yeah.
about how you keep things clean because he had a medical device that he uses to sleep that had grown the terrible growth of some
Yeah.
kind of fungal bacterial growth.
yeah.
That I feel like there's something to make fun of about somebody whose body is doing that.
Yeah, I
You
guess
know.
I would be concerned about my body doing the same thing if I gave it the chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that.
Right.
I-
You don't want to.
I don't want to open up that can.
Well,
of worms.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shame can be used in a constructive way, but I don't know that shaming somebody about cleanliness
Yeah.
is, if we're shaming somebody about their word choice or
Yeah.
something like that, that feels
Right.
like actually much more constructive than something like cleanliness.
That's
you don't
true.
want to get into that, you know?
We're going out into the world. We're never really gonna have to deal with Stephen's, horrible bacterial fungal growths.
Right.
That doesn't affect us at all.
Not on a daily basis at all. Yeah.
But we do get pretty much daily questions from Joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
well,
Does
we
this
use
mean-
words. No, we use words all
we're
the time.
using words.
Sure.
And she's using words. And
Yeah.
so
we
we
feel a
talk
little
to Joy.
protective about the words.
Yeah. So maybe that's kind of, I don't know. There's an off chance that just the way that we phrase that situation is a little mean to Joy.
It could be. It could be like mean, as in like, what do you want?
True.
What do you want from us?
Yeah.
Do you want us to lie
Yeah.
so you
Right.
feel good,
Yeah.
or do you want
Yeah.
the truth?
Right. Which hurts.
It can hurt.
Yeah.
Can.
So we're going to get right into it. Here's Joy's question.
I recently stopped going to the exercise gym that my husband and I were going to because it just was it was harder for me because of babysitters and blah blah blah. So I stopped going, and it was kind of a relief, and I think a relief to my husband, because I accidentally embarrassed him because on the board where you write your names, I thought I saw the name Steven, and I thought, oh, I should leave Steven a little note. So I just left a little note saying I love you, and then I overthought it, and I wanted him to know it was me that wrote that. So then I made little Cupid arrows from my name to the name Steven. And only after I got home did I think, oh, what if that wasn't my Steven? And I was just curious if you've ever accidentally embarrassed your spouse, and how did you guys remedy it?
Great question.
Great
I mean,
question.
yeah. If we want to get right into some stuff,
I just really quick wanted
Yeah.
to ask. She said it's difficult for her to go because of babysitters.
yeah.
And I haven't been to an exercise gym before, but is that an exercise that's difficult? Babysitters?
Doing some
Babysitters.
babysits.
Yeah,
Babysitters?
babysits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
getting babysits.
Getting
Getting babysitters.
okay.
Oh.
So part of the gym, you go there, exercise.
Oh, that's
gym.
funny because I
Part
was
of
with
it
Gabe.
is-
I thought maybe there's all different. There's like like Russian squats.
Right.
Well, no, it
and
is
stuff
that,
like that.
it's getting babysitters. Is you
Oh, okay.
you can only do this exercise with enough babysitters.
Oh, you've got so it's
You have to
You have to
collect.
col-
a
you have to
few-
oh so it's
get
not a
them.
baby sit. It's like you're
It's a
lifting.
It's like a
number of
5-person
babies.
exercise.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Yeah.
I can see
It's-
how that would be logistically difficult to
What a
sort out.
babysitter is at this gym. I've been to this gym. She's
Okay.
talking about it, and
Yeah.
you make a pyramid out of humans, and then the bottom, everyone does push-ups at the same time.
Okay. You're all doing push-ups at the same time. That does seem really hard to do, but apparently
Yeah.
it's only for women because it's not an issue for Steven.
Yeah, well, more guys will show up for that one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And why is it
Yeah.
called? Is it because you cry like a baby while you're doing it?
It's
And also,
some
there's
people
no
have
sitting
said
involved
that.
with that.
It's-
It sounds.
well, it's like it is primarily for women. It's like a colloquial term now because like it's like you're like where the baby is when it's in
Okay.
your belly.
Uh-huh.
It's like you're letting that sit.
Oh,
when you
okay.
bring your belly down to the ground.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's
so
So
it's
the
like
baby
babies-
is sitting. I see. That makes sense.
It's
wow.
the kind of it's insane
Fascinating.
because it's not the kind of exercise you would ever do while you're pregnant.
No, no.
But it's
definitely not.
like so the baby's never really sitting, but like if the baby was there, it
Yeah.
would-
But from
Kinda
men
sit.
do food babysits.
Right.
yeah, like
Food babysitters.
yeah, they're like it's like beer sits or
Right.
something,
Beer,
like a
beer
belly
belly
sits.
sits.
a sud
Okay.
sit.
Yeah.
You could call it that, but it got
Suds.
confusing, and so we just say babysitters.
Babysitters.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
And that's hard. That's a hard
a
exercise.
big win.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's. I was immediately. It's funny that it took her so long to be worried about it being the right guy,
That's kind of what I was thinking. For me,
and I hope that's
I-
not mean.
yeah, I don't think you're being
Yeah.
mean. I think you're being honest, and that would be cruel to not be kind in that way.
Right. Agreed. It would be cruel.
Yeah.
for me to not say that.
to not say that.
To
Not
hold that to myself.
kindly say that.
Yeah.
The the one of the other things that occurred to me is that, and I don't. This is probably just me, but for me, handwriting is such a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's. Do you guys find that to be the case too? Is like you'll see, like if my wife were to write her name on something,
Yeah.
I would be like,
Yeah.
I know who that is.
It's very distinctive handwriting.
Yeah.
Also,
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Do you guys have trouble with that?
No.
Recognizing your spouse's handwriting?
No. I can recognize my spouse's handwriting.
Yeah.
I can see it. It's it's distinct.
It's distinctive.
Yeah.
Usually.
It's distinct, but I wonder also because I think sometimes these names are written by other people.
Okay,
Are
I was
they?
going to
Okay,
ask that.
okay.
Yeah.
Because some people don't write their names, and
Yeah.
so the guy really wants
Yeah.
everyone to keep track of how many times I came in the gym,
Yeah,
and so he might do it sometimes.
I see.
So it could be confusing,
that sounds confusing.
Yeah.
but I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
But
Because
is
if it's
that
like if it
nice?
really doesn't look,
Is that mean to say?
it could be confusing.
No, I think that's
That-
really nice.
Oh, okay.
I think Caleb's being
I'm
very
trying to be
nice because he's
nice.
saying,
I'm giving
look at
Joy
how
an out.
Look how hard this probably
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
was for her to know.
Right.
Stephen does seem like somebody who would be reticent to put his name to a
Yeah.
list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most people are.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
people don't like their names on lists.
They don't want their
Right.
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's
know,
some
it-
lists people love to have their names on.
Well, we've
Claus.
all heard Stephen complain about being
infrequently.
on that no-fly list.
right. Yeah.
Right. But every
Yeah.
time he starts complaining about it, we have to remind him about why it is, and then he shuts his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't want to talk about that.
No.
No.
That's
He doesn't like talking about that part of
Because
his
he's
life.
trying
Yeah.
to get off that list.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the more you talk
Yeah.
about
Quiet the noise around
It
it.
is like that list is like, look how long this guy hasn't flown.
Oh, okay. So
Check
it's
this
just
out.
you haven't flown
Yeah,
in.
you haven't flown in this much
So
time.
it's just a leaderboard of
Mm-hmm.
the most recent or least frequent flyers.
yeah, least frequent fire miles.
Yeah. So Joy's real question was, have you guys ever accidentally embarrassed your spouse, and how did you remedy it? Now, you guys know that I would not lie to you.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
I would not lie to you. I try to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, there are a couple situations where I might lie to you, like,
Oh my gosh, this is what?
well, I was just trying to
So-
think of, like, you know, I might lie to you if you were in, like, if I'd done some medical tests for, say, Gabe, and had gotten some results back that were disheartening,
Yeah.
scary,
It's probably, which is what would happen.
and if I got those results for Gabe back, and then I knew some horrible secret about Gabe's health,
Yeah.
I don't think I would tell him.
Yeah.
You would just tell me.
I'd tell you. I wouldn't tell Gabe because
Yeah.
I want his
be
quality of
mean.
life.
Yeah.
It'd be mean to tell me.
I think so. It
Yeah.
would be mean. And I want Gabe's quality of life to really. So anyway,
Well,
that's
just depending on how much time he has left, it's like, why should he have
Why?
to think about dying?
Sure.
why should he have to think about
Spend the rest of his short life thinking about how he's going to die?
I don't. So
Yeah.
No.
if I knew a horrible secret about Gabe's health, I would never tell him.
Yeah.
I would lie to him.
And I appreciate that.
And it is a secret.
Yeah.
And it is, look, there's a bunch of other issues here. There's some HIPAA
Okay.
violations.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some
Right.
other
Yeah,
issues
Josh.
with you
Well,
happening
Gabe
to
signed
know.
over like power of attorney to me.
Okay.
Medical.
Yeah, we were
Control.
There was a few years there where we weren't sure Gabe was all there. So
Right.
Gabe did
So I did
relinquish
I did-
several rights.
Yeah, I have like what is it, servitorship
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
of Gabe.
Yeah. I'm
Free Gabe.
Right. Yeah. Basically like Brittany. Essentially the same situation. But I'm enjoying my life. You know?
Yeah, he doesn't have to
However
think
long
about a
I've
lot
got.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the point. Is I'm not lying when I tell you this.
Okay.
Right. Right. So there are situations that you would lie about, but this is
But
not
this is not one of them,
and
right.
That's
It's
good to have that.
It's not about our health.
Yeah.
That's cleared up.
And it's I wanted to know from my wife if she could think of any time that I've embarrassed her. And she said no, that she couldn't think of.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
So I think, that the fact that she's lying is actually very sweet.
It's
It makes
so
it
sweet
very,
to you.
very sweet.
It is so sweet to you.
But she,
I mean, I can think of
she
some
definitely-
times that you embarrassed her.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, typical stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Typical stuff. I'm not going to say any of them.
Right.
Because that would be unkind.
Right. We want to be nice.
Yes. We're trying to be nice here.
We're, This is a nice podcast.
Treading the line between truth and nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's, hey, maybe, we should consider
We
that
could
for a
rebrand.
tag.
Podcast of cold, nice truths.
Yes. Yeah.
Cold as nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're silent, you might.
That's nice.
If we're silent on an issue, you might want to go talk to your doctor.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Might be the first clue that something is not as it should be.
Now, I know for sure that she's embarrassed about, say, this podcast,
Oh yeah.
and probably its existence. But for sure, like a little while back, I wrote a really nice, speaking of nice, song about how I wanted to start working out more so I could be there for my grandkids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she did not like that.
You
song.
could be there in a very specific way for your grandkids.
It wasn't just working out.
Right. It was
It was working out.
It wasn't-
targeted.
It was very targeted
Yeah.
on what part of the body
one
you
guy.
were going to work
I
out.
was going to develop a big juicy butt
Yeah.
for my grandkids so they could be proud of me.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of lifting involved
Yeah.
when you're dealing with children.
That's right.
Right.
And grandchildren too.
Yeah.
The lifting children does end.
Yeah.
And lifting grandchildren, I'm sure, does end as well,
Yeah.
but it kind of carries on. Children and grandchildren are alike in that way. You
Yeah.
have to lift them up.
Got to lift them.
Yeah.
And,
So you're
there's a
going to
clue.
need those muscles.
There's a clue that
What's
they're
that?
similar, and that it's basically the same word for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it
so
harder?
girly.
It's harder to lift grandchildren.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
You're weaker. They're
Definitely.
just as big.
Unless you aren't. Unless you've
Right. Unless,
Unless
you've
you've-
worked hard.
developed certain parts of your body so
Yep.
that you can get down there and
wanna
lift those grandkids.
Conserve your back, so you got to
Yeah.
squat to pick
Yep.
them up.
And also just so that when you're out in public with your
Yeah.
grandkids,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they could feel, very positive and
Yeah.
about
Secure.
Yeah, secure.
Well, if you got them on your back, then there's a little shelf, for
little
them
shelf
to
that they
perch
got to
on.
rest on.
Kind of a natural saddle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something they can, like if you're at the pool, you can stand with your back to the pool. They can kind of get up behind you,
Totally jump.
Yeah.
leap from
Leap
that
off.
shelf.
And if they've got, if they're working with something,
Yeah.
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 then it's like this. They could like jump from your shoulders
Yeah.
and bounce,
Right.
off
It's
their,
kind of like
their
a-
bottom off your bottom.
Now, yeah.
And now it's like, do we even need this other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, hey guys, let's go to the pool. Oh, it's a lame pool. There's not even a slide.
Guess what?
Guess
I'm
what?
bringing my
Goodness.
grandfather.
Grandpa, lay on your stomach.
Yep. Yep. But I know that was pretty
Nice.
embarrassing.
Oh, embarrassing for her. Yeah.
For my wife to hear that song. She didn't like it.
Sure.
But
But it was art. So
yeah, and that's and that kind of, this is the way that I was thinking about kind of framing the beginning of an answer to Joy's question.
okay.
That's a kid bouncing off of your.
That's good.
Oh,
good.
okay.
I thought it might have more of like the splat kind of. Might be more
Yeah,
of the
well, so
splat
yeah,
element.
the kid runs up,
Yeah.
jumps. Let me see here.
Why don't you don't tell us what's happening and we'll try to figure it
that's
out.
good. So you know the first little part,
Yeah.
but
Okay. So he runs up, he jumps, which is the
Yeah,
sound.
that's the
That's what I-
exertion of
and
jumping.
then there's the bell, which is him landing on the grandfather.
Yep.
And then the splat is them not sticking the landing.
or going into water.
Oh, into the water.
That's
Right.
going into water.
I forgot about the pool.
I think there should be what the spectators. I think the spectators observing
Yeah.
this have a
Oh, okay.
reaction
Yeah,
to
do
it.
they okay, they're terrified by this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the owner of the pool is there.
Okay.
And because they weren't using equipment, now he's like
Okay. He's saving on a.
sue the grandfather.
Oh, he's
okay.
gonna. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but one thing I wanted to get to with Joy's question is that it is kind of there's the reason that people get embarrassed has to do with the idea of nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? You're trying to you only get embarrassed in situations where you have like a goal that's going to
Okay.
that's going to achieve something positive,
Okay.
right? Or
Yeah.
and then you fail, or you make you somehow make a mistake there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the problem. I feel like I'm not in this situation with my wife very often because I don't try to do anything.
Sure. Right.
I'm not trying to be sweet in public. Joy is. She's trying
Yeah.
to
Right.
like be nice and sweet to her husband. And that's the problem.
Right. Right. No, I agree. Because, like, this is the thing I was thinking about this is the tiers of, like, being worried about mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm not writing on that board because I'm already afraid of being embarrassed by my own handwriting.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now I'm not writing at all.
Yeah.
And so that just doesn't even enter in.
Right.
The next thing for me is what if there's another person at this gym with the same name as my wife?
Right.
Right.
That's already
Which is very
freaking me out.
which is very possible.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
already freaking me out.
And
So I'm not
Steven,
going to do that.
that's
Even if I
not
do
a-
have the handwriting to go with it, I'm already freaking out about that.
Yeah.
But Joy is so bright-eyed and
Right.
Yeah.
approaches life
Yeah.
without cynicism.
Right.
And
Which is
so
very nice to
it's-
say.
It's
That's really
great,
nice to
right?
say.
It's
Nice.
a kind thing
Yeah.
of
That
me
is
to
nice
say.
of you to say.
Yeah.
And thank you so much.
Well, we are being so nice.
It's pretty good so far.
I think
But
so.
but continue. Sorry.
So yeah, so then she's going, and she has actually she's an artist.
Yeah.
She can
Right.
draw.
Yeah.
And paint.
Cupid
and
arrows.
Has a
Right.
great hand.
Yeah.
So and that's also nice. So
Yeah. That's again. Yeah. Another.
yeah. So
So-
she's not worried about that.
Right.
And because she's not worried about that, she's more focused on the love she has for her husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Than any of these other things, which allows her to do things like that.
Yeah.
And they can be embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think it's worth it.
You know, and
I'd rather be more
to
like
live
Joy.
to live that way.
And-
You'd rather be like Joy than
Yeah.
like say
I'd rather make
someone
more
like me.
mistakes.
Yeah.
I'd rather make more public mistakes.
for
And
the purpose of, because I mean, at the end of the day, Steven is embarrassed because his wife loves him,
yeah, that's silly.
right? Like that doesn't
Yeah.
feel legit.
No.
because it seems like Stephen and Abby are your wife. I'm sorry,
That's okay.
your wife
That's her name.
are similar, and like she's embarrassed of the love you have for your grandchildren,
Right.
And Stephen's embarrassed for the love his wife has for him.
Right.
Yeah,
I would rather not side with that.
right.
Yeah. Right. It's there's a sense in which, Joy's even if that's the wrong Stephen.
Yeah.
Right? And so she's like making it very obvious that she's participating in some illicit
Right, like an affair.
Yeah.
kind of-
Yeah.
like even if that's what's happening, it's coming from a place of real effusive
Yes.
affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can't be
Unworried,
contained.
unworried affection.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think is good.
Yeah. And you thinking it's good, that's actually really nice.
That's nice.
So-
Because you didn't just
Yeah.
say that's the way that things are. You attached a value judgment
Right.
to it.
Right.
And it was a positive value judgment.
Right.
which is
And
nice.
my gosh, I feel like this podcast is just a love fest.
Real
Oh my
nice.
goodness.
Just being so nice to
Yeah. It's like
Joy.
it's on an uptrend.
yeah.
Okay, yes. And Cupid is shooting the listeners' hearts
Yep.
with arrows of love.
With Cupid arrows of love.
And I guess, Caleb, have you ever embarrassed your spouse?
Definitely.
Okay.
Always. Well, not always.
Always. Have I ever? Always.
I mean, frequently.
Yeah.
Frequently. It used to happen more. I used to drink a lot, and that would definitely
Okay.
cause times for embarrassment.
Yeah.
Just people being like, "Wow, he's drinking so much."
Right. Where'd all the water go?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Oh, I thought we were gonna all have some water at
Yeah.
this party, but now there's
Now there's no water.
No water.
Caleb's in the bathroom again.
Oh,
Caleb drank the whole ocean of water.
Excuse me, but I have to pause our conversation on the on immortality and the seeking immortality through the Philosopher's Stone.
Right.
I have to go to the bathroom,
Right.
Because I've been drinking so much.
Caleb has ruined yet another party by
Yes, leaving the room.
leaving the room in the middle of a pretty in-depth arcade conversation.
Yes.
So that would be embarrassing for my wife,
Right.
But also saying rude things by accident. You know.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I'll say rude things on purpose sometimes, and
Which is
that
not
can be
nice.
fun.
Right, but it is fun.
It can be fun if it's done right.
Yeah.
But saying the wrong thing on accident, you know, it makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way that I've remedied it is I've just waited.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Just take a pause and wait.
If you do make a big mistake like that, then you just kind of
That's-
quiet down, stop drinking so much,
Yeah.
just relax a little bit, be an observer for
Yeah.
a time,
yeah. Listen.
you know,
Yeah.
listen instead of doing these other things.
Yeah.
And then, you know, once you've waited long enough and you can see that your wife isn't so like concerned about going out in public with you,
Yeah.
then you can take another stab at
Yeah.
doing something.
Trying something
Yeah,
again.
interacting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I feel so that is built into kind of what I was going to say my remedy is as
Okay.
well. And we're going to get to Gabe's portion here.
We might not have enough time.
That's fine. And that's fine.
We're going to, but I was
Yeah.
but I think that simply ignoring your mistakes,
Yeah.
that's frequently that just don't bring it up. Just try to move past it. Let time heal all wounds.
Yeah.
This has definitely been the way that I deal with this with my wife. Like she was embarrassed about that song, and I said, "Oh, okay," and then lived my life. And
Yeah.
didn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kept going on.
Just kept going.
Marital bliss.
Yep. Truly, Gabe, have you ever embarrassed your wife?
Yeah, I was at a restaurant one time and I was drinking out of the water glass. Little connection there between Caleb and I.
Yep.
And I realized that my glasses were very dirty. My face glasses for my eyes to look out of and see better. They were very smudged up and gross. So I also noticed that the water glass I was drinking out of was almost the exact size, the width of my glasses and the height of them. Everything fit basically perfectly. So I took my glasses off my face and I put them in the water cup at the restaurant. And my wife thought it was funny. And then the waiter walked up and I was really, really prominently trying to drink water out of the glass that had my glasses in it.
Yeah.
And my wife didn't think that was very funny.
She didn't like it.
And I think she was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Were you kind of thinking the waiter would think that you didn't know like your glasses fell into your
right? Yeah. Can you take this back? There's something in here. I don't. It's just a pair of glasses.
You look around
My water glass.
You look around the restaurant and there's just all different kinds of glasses in
Just
water.
okay. It's
Didn't you ask for a glass of water?
yeah.
Yeah.
I asked for a glass of water, not
And
a glasses
That
of
guy
water.
winks at you as he's arrested and moved away from the restaurant because
Yeah.
he doesn't work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
his
that's what I
wife-
was trying to do.
His wife is waiting outside, shaking her head.
So embarrassed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the times that I embarrassed my wife. And I don't think it was that embarrassing. It was just kind of funny.
That is.
Yep. I like that.
But
I like that you did that. If you did that with me there,
right.
I would have
Yeah.
been. This wouldn't be a story you could share.
No, it wouldn't be. I mean, there's an argument to be made that is it even a story? You know, like
I thought it was good.
those are questions we can ask
I
at
thought
another
it was
time.
good.
But
It
that
did.
is-
I was like, I feel like it's a story because there was at the beginning.
okay. Yeah.
I knew what was happening.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I thought, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right.
And then it was revealed.
And then I found out.
Yeah.
Well, I
Because you
appreciate
were
that.
drinking water out of the glass.
With my glasses
with
in
your
it.
glasses on first.
Yes.
And then
Right.
you said,
That's
this
the ordinary world.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Gabe
Yeah.
had a call to
Yeah.
adventure.
the call to adventure was something. Well,
Yeah.
something's wrong.
Something's wrong, and
Something's wrong.
and
My
that-
glasses are
Yeah.
smudgy.
Yeah.
Call to adventure is, what if I do this weird thing?
Now-
Put my glasses in. Like, you don't do that at home. That's not how you clean your
No,
glasses
it
at
isn't.
home.
No, it's not how I clean my glasses. I
not
usually
like
just
a-
use my tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those.
Well,
Do you have
I
that
think
on?
that
oh,
would've
there's.
been
Hey,
more
let's get that clean
embarrassing.
for the soundboard.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So now you can
You're
use that.
eating,
No, it's licking my glasses clean.
Yeah,
but you're
then
eating food.
You're eating food.
Well, I'm hopefully going to swallow and drink some water between.
You swallow.
Otherwise, I'm going to get like sauce on my glasses from my tongue.
You swallow some food.
Yeah.
Right down the gullet.
Yep.
And then my
And then
stomach is thinking. Very good.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh my goodness, my glasses. Warning. I'm
Warning.
going to get into a fight with the dirt on my glasses. So then you put them in the water. And it's thick water.
It's the thickest water.
So then your wife wants to run away. But
Yeah.
but she can't.
She can't
She's-
because
she's
of the vows
out-
of marriage.
Vows of marriage. Yep.
Can we get a sound effect for the vows of marriage?
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, good.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
I know that's like a song, but
So we've done a good job, I think, of kind of articulating ways that we've made mistakes, problems that have arisen, ways that we've embarrassed ourselves. Me less than probably you
sure,
guys.
yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
based on my wife's testimony,
Yeah.
her lying testimony. Under oath, I did put her under oath.
Wow.
I got a Bible.
very good.
But the
With the Apocrypha or no?
with the Apocrypha,
Yeah.
no, it was just a normal Bible.
Just the normal one. Very good. Smart. It still counts as perjury, even if the Apocrypha is not there.
Right. But and we've talked a little bit about some ideas about how, these or what remedies we have. Gabe, did you have any additional
Right. I was wondering what
remedies?
Gabe's
my
remedies
remedy?
were. Yeah. That's the real question. It's not have you ever embarrassed your wife.
Oh,
It's
okay. What was the
you've
remedy?
embarrassed your spouse.
Yeah.
Now how do you remedy
How do I
that?
remedy it? I'm trying to remember how I think I paid for breakfast. And
Which normally you'd go Dutch.
yeah, right. Just the different. I mean, they're connected to the same account.
Right.
but It's just nice to know
Yeah.
what total goes with which person.
Yeah.
So we can, it's just good for posterity.
Yeah.
So that in the event of the IRS asking
Yeah.
a question
Yeah.
about who
Yeah.
for this
About-
breakfast.
Right.
And that's how you count carbs too.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
You can count carbs for how much someone spent on a meal.
$12.
It's probably a lot of carbs.
Probably a lot of carbs. But I don't think the remedy was too difficult. I think
Right.
it was, a mixture of that time thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt if she loves you very much and she's willing to kind of oversee some of the less desirable
Right.
aspects of your personality and your character for what she actually does enjoy about you.
Yeah.
But that was also confusing because I thought that you liked that I was very silly
And funny.
and that I was kind of free spirit sometimes when I am feeling kind of crazy and not like myself. I'm kind of a free spirit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I thought that was something she liked about me, but we just kind of moved on from that.
Those few moments when you forget that you're not a free spirit.
Right. Yeah. This isn't me. But it is also me. It's that
I believe
tricky.
I'm doing this. I'm not a free spirit.
It's that duality.
Yeah. I'm wearing tie-dye today. What in the world?
Right.
I'm not a free spirit.
How did I end up here
Yeah.
How did I-
wearing this tie dye?
I'm making a caterpillar out of metal, scrap metal.
Yeah.
I'm not a freaking free spirit.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Right.
Yeah, I'm going around barefoot in the muck pit.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm not a free spirit.
I'm pushing yes to the $1 donation thing at Safeway for
Yeah.
Kids Hospital. What?
What?
This
I'm not
isn't
a free
like
spirit.
me.
That's not like me.
Not
Yep.
some-
For the hospital.
For the hospital, yeah.
But and then also just to go back to Josh's
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
barefoot
Yeah.
and going in the mud.
Yep.
Right.
On the muck pit.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walking in the mud.
I'll get better at it.
No, that's great.
Where I'll do it right away.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's good. I think people will remember when we said that, and then they'll be able to remember they'll hear the sound effects.
Yeah,
and
right.
they'll go, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
right.
thought people were sitting there going, "Why isn't Caleb doing that?"
Right.
Come
Could he do
on.
that some more?
Yeah.
One thing that we have started doing is using sort of role playing to flesh out our scenarios here, like and to find kind of additional avenues that we can use to answer these questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Caleb and Gabe are both trained improvisers and have a lot of experience there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're able to really get inside the heads of these characters
Right.
and kind of think through the question in a new way. And we really find that it opens up kind of all different avenues for remedies and answers.
Right.
So we're going to do that here. And we've kind of created a little scene for you guys, where the cast is Caleb is Batman and Gabe is Robin, and they're investigating an interesting crime, a very thought-provoking crime at a convenience store. A clerk has been shot in the face and killed,
Okay.
and they're trying to figure out which dastardly criminal in Gotham City has done this.
Right.
Okay. God, Zooks, Batman.
Wow, Robin.
Have you
Take
ever
it easy.
seen so much blood?
It's a lot of blood. I'm not going to deny it. It's a lot of blood. But look here, Robin. I don't think this is what we think it is. Is it really blood? Here, have a taste.
It tastes irony, and it's. I think it's blood, Batman.
It's very, very convincing blood.
What if it's not blood? What do you think that
I
it is?
think it might be one of Joker's plots. You know, last time when we saw blood, it actually did end up being blood,
Right.
but it was connected to something else.
Sure, but
There was something more nefarious going on. I don't think that this is just a single, instance.
Batman's remembering the moment when they plugged in the blood sample into the Bat computer, and the DNA readout came back. Ha 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 ha. That was the
Right.
DNA sequence.
Don't you remember the last time?
I do. But that was when we were investigating the scene at the mayor's office, and somebody had stolen the plans for the train station, and it was. It seemed a little more connected to what
Maybe.
Joker might be interested in doing, or Riddler.
But what did they
one of
take
them.
here? Think about that, Robin.
Just a bunch of like those CBD capsules, and looks like maybe some candy bars and cash.
right. Some ho-hos.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
what is ho-ho
you suspect
similar
Santa
to?
Claus?
No.
Oh,
Ho-ho is sort of like ha-ha.
yeah, that's true. But Batman, I think the evidence is really just pretty cut and dried that this is just an armed robbery.
I don't think so. I think there's something more to this, Robin. Look at the footprints.
Holy mackerel! There's footprints in blood.
They look down at the footprints. The footprints lead back into the cold case behind the drinks.
See, they were after more than just drink. More than they wanted drinks. They were after more than just getting high, and and feeding on some delectable ho-hos. You see, they wanted what is this? Yoo-hoos?
Yoo-hoos,
Alcoholic yoo-hoos?
spiked yoo-hoos, Batman.
Spiked yoo-hoos. See, There's something more going on here. This isn't just someone after a good time.
Robin looks
Couldn't
down.
be. Couldn't
This
be.
is someone after a great time.
Robin looks down
Potentially.
and notices that the footprints actually seem to go inside the cold case.
Batman, look, the footprints lead into the cold case.
Okay. Well, I hope
Maybe
this,
our perpetrator is still
honestly,
present.
Honestly, I hope this isn't a cold case.
Right. Let's open the door.
You do it.
Sounds good, Batman.
And look who we have here. A man. Just a regular man.
It's what it looks
That's
like.
what it appears to be. But I think there's something more going on here.
Don't move. Freeze.
And he's cold, too.
Yeah.
Batman suddenly thinks that maybe this is Mr. Freeze.
How's your wife doing, sir? This'll get him.
My wife?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Playing coy, Mr. Freeze. I see you've advanced some of your technology to change exactly what you look like, and now you look like just a regular ragamuffin or a Gotham goon. But I know there's more to this.
Batman, he's raising his weapon.
I'm not afraid. It's just gonna make me a little bit more cold, like usual.
Put that down. Batman,
Do it.
I never wanted to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
listen.
Right.
And you don't have
right.
to hurt anyone else.
That's what Mr. Freeze always says. He's just after this other thing, and he's not. It's not. The purpose isn't to hurt anyone.
Batman,
it's to save his wife.
I don't think that this is Mr. Freeze.
I never wanted to hurt nobody. I just needed some cash, and he could have just given me the cash, and I never wanted to hurt nobody.
Holy Klondike bar, his trigger finger is squeezing on the trigger.
I'm thinking about starting to shoot this guy,
He's really,
Do it.
it looks like he's being serious.
but
He's
I
gonna-
never wanted to hurt nobody, and
There's
I don't.
nothing in
I
there.
don't want to hurt Batman.
You didn't commit the crime. I know it.
Let's cut forward real quick. Batman is in the hospital, and he's kept his mask on, but he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
and he's trying to kind of deal with some of the embarrassment that he feels about having been shot. And he and Robin are talking.
Holy heart monitor, Batman, are you okay?
I'm just fine. It hurts like a bullet, but I don't believe it.
I mean, it's a 9mm bullet. The nurses said that it's a miracle you're still alive and flapping.
Yeah.
Are you
You're right. I think Robin,
Batman?
this isn't. I'm not crying from the pain. It hurts. It does hurt like heck.
Good.
But I'm not crying from that.
I'm sorry.
I think, Robin, I think I'm losing my edge.
Batman, don't say that. You're the best Dark Knight that this city could ask for.
I'm the only Dark Knight the city's ever asked for.
You're the Dark Knight that we deserve.
And that's why it hurts me so much to admit that I might not be able to continue this. I might have to throw in the cape,
Okay.
the mask,
What?
throw it all in, and just be a rich man.
Robin realizes that Batman is talking sense.
You know, based on the fact that you had an off day and it ended with you getting shot in the face, I am inclined to agree with you that you might not be cut out for this anymore, Batman.
Yeah.
But-
They really wanted me to take this mask off so they could do that surgery. But I just couldn't do it. It's the last thing I'm holding on to. But I kind of am thinking about the actual ramifications of having this kind of disfigurement.
Yeah.
And I might actually even be able to enter society and no one would know that I was Bruce Wayne the whole time because I'll be so horribly disfigured. It won't matter. I'll finally be able to. Hopefully my money's enough to garner the attention of women. And they won't need my looks. I think that's how it can work. That's worked in the past. Warren Buffett, Donald Trump. It's more about an attitude than the way you look. I think I might be able to, if I can get through this, I could finally just have a lot of women like I've always wanted.
Holy facial reconstructive surgery, Batman. You could get a plastic surgeon involved and return to your
I don't
classic
think so.
good looks and your Playboy lifestyle without any problem. And
What, and end up looking like a freak, like Nicole Kidman.
And scene.
it was very helpful.
I think that was pretty helpful. That we saw that one thing that you can do is just, if something's too embarrassing,
Yeah.
it can sort of spell the end of kind of one season of life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because if you can't continue on in the ways that you've been living,
Right.
Yeah.
because you can no longer uphold that, you
Yeah.
could choose.
Yeah.
You can't uphold your end of the bargain anymore.
Right.
You have to change your identity. If your identity is so wrapped up in this thing, and it's kind of like,
Right.
is Batman more
Yeah.
Batman
Yeah.
or more Bruce Wayne?
Right.
You're gonna get
And he's kind of
embarrassed
put
into
so
it.
much into this Batman
Yeah.
thing, and that's running out. And Bruce Wayne can grow old, but Batman can't.
One of the other things that we learned from that scene, I think, is that is what the function of embarrassment is.
Yeah.
Right? You make a mistake, and that mistake shows up as obvious to everyone around you.
Right.
That should feed back to you and show you something you need to change
Yeah.
Right.
or do. That's the function of embarrassment.
Right.
And we saw Batman really struggle with that.
Yeah, and he did. Look, I don't agree with Batman's like where he landed.
Right.
With like he's just gonna be a womanizer.
A very rich, disfigured womanizer.
Yeah, like a Rigoletto of like
Yeah.
just like the
Seduction.
Phantom of the Opera
Yeah.
of
Phantom of the Opera
of
meets
seduction. Yeah.
meets he's gonna start doing a lot of the pickup artist
Yes.
PUA
yes.
stuff.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Is negging women, like that kind of thing.
Wearing a
So,
silly hat.
yeah.
Yeah. What's that guy's
Yeah.
name? Mysterio
His
or
hat.
something?
Batman's new hat is just his mask on top of his head. And it looks so out of place and crazy, but he walks around confidently with it.
Yeah.
So Bruce Wayne is like, they're like, that's how he kind of lets people know that he was Batman.
That's his
Right.
form of
No
peacocking.
one can tell his face anymore from his face. So I don't agree with all that stuff. That's kind of, that's not a great place to land, but I think that's true of Batman. But that's what he would do because he's too afraid to have children, because what if he died and he left them in the same position he's in?
Right.
Yeah.
So Bruce Wayne doesn't want to have children.
Right.
Right.
There's no legacy to him.
Yeah.
Robin can't pick.
I mean,
up
I
the-
think Robin could.
no,
No, I think Robin. Totally
no, Robin
could.
wouldn't be able to do
Yeah.
it.
Robin could have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin could have kids.
Yeah.
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 Robin could have a couple eggs.
Hatch a
You'd-
couple of
You'd
Hatch
have
a
a couple
couple
little kiddos.
Robinlings.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so dumb.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, that's
And
Part
that's
of the
one
job.
thing that can happen is if you put yourself out there, you might get embarrassed.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, guys, I think we're at the end here.
Yes.
Great job.
yeah,
If you want to send in a question, please do that. The email address is advancedansweringtechniques.
go a little further. If you don't want to send in a question, just do it.
Just do it anyway.
True.
Advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. We're looking for an audio file about a minute in length. Send that to us.
That might be-
we'll get your answer.
The better questions are questions people don't want to send in.
Definitely.
Like,
And you get to choose your level of anonymity,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
would never. We've shared names here, but we don't have to.
Right.
No.
And you
Yeah.
could use some kind of voice disguising technology. I'm sure that exists.
Yep. Or just send it in and ask Josh to do it for you.
And I can do it for you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Josh loves to
No
do that
matter
kind of stuff.
how like time consuming and
Right.
minute the adjustments might need to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Glad to do it. I did want to mention we have a song at the end of the podcast, and it's about someone who's expecting that his spouse would have gotten used to his horrible behavior and would no longer be so embarrassed all the time.
Okay.
I just want to give a little context this week.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the songs, Josh. By the way,
Yeah,
I
the
always
songs
going
are
to
the
mention
best.
that.
Best part of the show.
And I never remember because I'm very selfish and just obsessed with what I'm doing. But I always love the songs. They're so great.
It's very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of very kind, thank you, Joy, for sending in such an excellent question that was just...
That we could deal with so nice.
Yes.
In such a nice
And it could just be so nice. That was really good.
Yeah.
To have.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
I thought by now I broke that part of your brain. I thought I broke that part of your brain. Oh no, your face still turns red. I thought that part of your brain was finally dead. I thought that part of your brain was dead. You still retain burden when loss of dignity is certain. Something to lose. I thought that part of your brain was bumpy and bruised. I thought that part of your brain was bruised.